So for my digital learning number 2, I am going to be making a digital learning assignment over heat energy. So the priority standard is S1P1, obtain, evaluate, and communicate information to investigate light and sound. Part A, use observation to construct an explanation of how light is required to make objects visible. And then B, ask questions to identify and compare sources of light. The supporting standard of this lesson and over this unit is Part C, which is to plan and carry out investigations of shadows by placing objects at various points of light. The learning objective will be students will be able to explain how light is needed to see objects and identify different sources of light. And this will be done through making observations, asking questions. Students will also investigate how shadows change when objects are placed at different distances from the light source. Now, we are next week talking about heat energy. However, there is not a Georgia first grade standard that goes over heat energy. So next week will be kind of an introduction to S1P1 before students start learning about light and sound. Me and Ms. Hodges talked about it. We wanted to make sure that students got a little bit of an introduction and also got to know about the other form of energy, which is heat energy, since they are going to learn about light and sound. But we're also going to tie in how heat can also make light and sound through high temperatures and vibrations. So although the standard is talking about light and sound energy, this lesson will be an introduction to heat energy. For the enrichment, there's a couple things you'll need: a metal spoon, a wooden spoon, a plastic spoon, and you will need a bowl of warm to hot water. And what you'll do is you'll place all of these spoons in there into the hot water. And what you will do is take them out when they're finished, or after a minute of sitting, take them out and have students feel each of the spoons. Then have them return to their desk and they're going to complete a chart like this one. And what they will do is, after feeling the spoons that have sat in the warm water, they're going to feel, okay, this one was the hottest. I'm going to cut it and glue it in under the hottest. Okay, this one was the warmest. Cut it and glue it under the warmest. And the same thing for coolest. So they are seeing with this experiment how heat energy is transferred from this warm water to the different types of spoons. So they'll obviously put that the metal spoon was the hottest. The wooden spoon will be the warmest because it is a better insulator of heat. So it's going to be a little bit warmer than the plastic spoon, which is why they'll put the plastic spoon at the coldest or coolest. Going back here. And again, they're going to have a hands-on activity like this that will help them witness and identify heat transfer from the water to the different types of spoon. So for the online interactive activity, they're going to use Word Wall. And in this review game, students will sort pictures into 2 categories: heat energy or not heat energy. It'll review what they have learned in this lesson about heat transfer and how heat energy is produced. So let me pull up the game. And this is how it looks. It's pretty simple. So again, they will drag the pictures. So like fire. Does it have heat energy? Does it not? Students should move to heat energy. If it does not have heat energy, like the chair, they'll move it under the not heat energy category. Again, this is just used to kind of review what they have learned about heat energy and what produces it, how you can transfer heat. And that's something I will bring up to kids, is ask themselves, if I warm it up, if I use it, is it hot afterwards? Is it cold afterwards? If it's hot, it needs to go under the heat energy category. But if it's cool, it does not need to go under the not heat energy category. And that is my digital learning assignment number 2 over heat energy.